Joltter.
JayMike.
This
is Unisport Uncut.
Q&A. Listen, man, you always get it wrong. But this is episode 5. JayMike, when are you gonna learn?
I'm never gonna learn.
Okay, I have a few things I need to get off my chest.
Yes.
First of all, quote of the day. Last year's success is this year's expectation.
I
don't know where I got it from.
I wonder who said it.
I don't know where I got it from, okay? But
Secondly, what on earth is going on with your nose?
Listen, I was not at a fight last weekend.
Ah, okay.
It's just dry skin, man.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you know?
Wow.
You should see my knee.
So what do you say we jump straight into the questions? You wanna take it away?
But which segment it is?
Well, we're gonna say that right now. It's football! Take it away, man.
Who will win the best player award after Messi and Ronaldo retire?
You know, I think it's gonna be Neymar.
Yeah?
Yeah. Suarez is also a good one.
Do you think football in the US will ever catch on enough for big name players to play here in their prime?
No.
Same.
No.
Sorry.
Wage
I'm
cap
so
and all
sorry.
that. No, it's not gonna happen.
Listen, they don't pay enough.
It's like
they have too many limits, like with the
Yes.
like as far as I understand, they have a lot of like
Wage caps.
Exactly,
Yes.
wage caps.
And you have like,
China don't.
No, exactly. That's the difference between the MLS and China. The MLS doesn't have obscene amounts of money.
Do you guys think that Messi needs to win anything with his country to be considered the GOAT, aka the greatest?
Potentially,
of all
yeah.
time?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean,
I don't think so.
You don't?
You know, okay, I'm gonna put it like this. For the haters, yes, he needs 5 World Cup goals and 10 Champions League and so on. But for me, Messi is the best player of all time.
If you went back in time, which football game would you watch? It's a problem for you because neither Finland nor Chelsea have any history.
I was just thinking like Finland, like which game can I watch? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna take this home to Finland. I would like to see when this team from Helsinki, HJK, was playing in the Champions League, because this is the only time a Finnish team has ever been in the group stage of Champions League. So I would have liked to see one of those games.
Of course, repping Denmark, 92, beating Germany. I think it would be fun to be able to go back in time. Best player ever not to win the Ballon d'Or.
Xavi hasn't won, he was incredible. This is a whole other discussion. What is Ballon d'Or? You could say a goalkeeper, you could say Manuel Neuer, for example. You could say Xavi, you could say even Suarez. You could say...
I thought of one player immediately, Ryan Giggs. Best player ever not to win anything. But that's a whole other discussion. We could talk for days about that. So let's move on to the next category, which is Real Talk! Yes.
By the way, I just want to, mention this. If you hear some sounds on the background, that's because we're sitting in the lobby of Unisport.
And people are coming to work.
Exactly.
Yeah. When did you realize that you wasn't going to make it as pros? I'd say probably at the age of 5 or so. I never really imagined I was going to be a pro because I've sucked my entire life.
I think I basically stopped chasing that thing when I moved to Denmark.
Yeah.
So thanks for that.
Yeah. For me, it was never a question. I wasn't that good, to be honest. So I've only gotten decent after I grew up, post-20s. So yeah. Some people would even argue that. Move on. Let's just give me something here.
If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Give me a good steak and I'd be done.
I'm gonna go back to our konnichiwa mode and just say sushi.
Sushi?
I love myself some good sushi.
I tend to agree with you, but don't you think that eating...
It's organic, it's clean, it's healthy, it's everything you need to put in your body, like meat, you're gonna... You know what you're gonna end up like?
Yeah. Jolter, are you sure you won't buzz cut your hair? You always wear a hat anyway.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't wear a hat today because of that comment. Really? I promise you, I saw that comment and I was like, listen, I'm not gonna give it to him. Listen, the only reason I wear a hat is because I'm too lazy to, fix it. You don't wanna know how long it takes to...
That's the beauty of the buzz cut. You just wake up, you just take a shower, and it's just like, bazam. No? No. Okay.
Wow.
Whose English do you guys make fun of the most? JayMike's or Jolter's?
Oh shit. I think it has to be me.
Yeah. I think you mess up his and hers stuff like a lot. That's the thing. I mean, what kind of fucked up language is Finnish?
I don't discriminate, No, the thing is, like in the beautiful language of Finnish, we don't have such a thing. Well, we don't have many things, but we don't have like he's or hers. We just have like
It's.
it.
Well, that is very gender.
We have like we are like the caveman language, you know.
Well, that is the
Meat.
most truth. Yeah.
Me. But the words are just super long.
Which football commentator would you want to narrate a documentary about yourself?
Tuomas Virkkunen.
Wow, that's a weird.
Tuomas Virkkunen.
Is
Listen,
he
this guy
crazy?
is a legend.
Wow.
This guy is a legend. You know, back in the good old days, every weekend this guy was on Urheilukanava or something. You know, I don't remember the channel. It was
No, it was not that. It was the other one.
And this guy was shut up. This guy, he was so passionate. You know.
Yeah.
You know, he had these like amazing metaphors and stories.
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
Finish
this
Ray
guy-
Hudson. Listen, I'm gonna say Ray Hudson, with all his Messi metaphors, he loves Riquelme. You should watch some of his videos one day. Or that crazy Italian guy. Listen, him narrating my big moments, that would be him like screaming once in an hour. It would be amazing. Moving on to the last one, it's Boom Bang!
Okay, this question was popping out everywhere. I seriously think this was the most frequently asked question ever. Like, you know, in general.
Ever?
People just put it in a different ways.
Wow.
Unisport, if you guys had to choose one pair of football boots to play in for the rest of your life, what would they
Yes,
be?
that's everything.
So like, you know, what's your favorite boot of all time? This question is like popping out everywhere every single day. If you had to burn your entire collection and just keep one pair that you're gonna use for the rest of your life.
Adipure Forest House.
It
is a good boot.
I would go with this just because of I love the way it looks.
There's
and
nothing
the
wrong
fit.
with the hyper.
Listen, to me this is a perfect pair of
This
football
is
boots.
nostalgia right there.
JayMike, do you
Yes.
think sock-like boots
Yes.
will still be a thing in the next couple of years?
Yes, I do think so. I'm not necessarily a fan myself of sock-like boots. I prefer my low cuts. After being initially impressed, I found out that I like low cut boots more.
Same. What do you guys take with you to a training session? And let's just put it like this: it's not a team session. So if you just go out and play with by yourself or with your friends, what do you take with you?
I'd take a couple of boots. I'd put on some, depends on the weather, but I'd usually just go with something nice. I love Nike's training gear. I take some sports cream in case my old legs need some.
Wow.
Yeah, it's getting to that point. I have this cream that it's really good. Good couple of footballs, and that would probably be it.
10 footballs at least. Also 2-3 pairs of boots, shorts, t-shirt, true socks, and the most important thing,
Yes.
music.
I knew you were going to say
Music.
that. Yes.
Listen, man, there's nothing better in life than being at the football pitch all by yourself, listening to music, hitting some knuckleballs. I'm getting a little bit emotional because it's gonna take some time before I get to do that.
That's the old Jolter style.
Listen,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
there's nothing better than that. What was your first high-end pair of football boots as a child?
I think you guys have misunderstood something here. I'm very old, so I didn't have.
Yeah, so this is an interesting question.
Magistas.
First high-end pair, not high cut.
Oh,
Oh my. Again, like I wish I could walk. I wish I could walk so I could just,
Okay, listen. Nike Air Zoom Total 91. What a beautiful pair of football boots. But you got like high-end pairs from the age of 5 or something. You one of those kids. I was like 12.
It has to be one of the very early Predators, you know?
Yeah.
I think it might be, the Manias.
Manias?
No.
Yeah, you're young. Okay, let's move on to something where we have to give something away. It is the giveaway winner. Exactly. We have them right here. And people are questioning, why on earth are we giving away shin pads?
Yo, sit down, guys. Like, seriously. We just made like 30 giveaways in the Christmas. Like, we just thought like, hey, why not?
Why not? And these are actually very decent shin pads.
And just, for the record, there's been a lot of confusion about the giveaways.
Yes.
We always announce the giveaway winners in the comments, and afterwards, we get in touch with them through their email. So if you, enter a giveaway, it would help if you also leave your email address so we can get in touch with you right away.
That's gonna be a lot smoother. But the winner
Now you know.
of this pair of shin pads right here is, yeah boy, Hofmeister. What boot do you feel was the most disappointing of all time / what didn't live up to the hype?
Adidas Predator X. Boom. Drop the mic.
That is.
I'm out.
I'm just gonna do like this, and I'm just gonna do like this. Bye-bye, Hypervenom 2. My God, what a disappointment. That was bad. Anyways, we have one last question, and it is the question of the month.
Man.
What is going on?
It's the question of the month.
It's the question of the month.
Bring it, man.
And it is from Akil Nisam. What would you guys do if you were like the president of FIFA or could change anything in the rules of football?
I love it, you know, that I get to talk about this rule
I know.
in every single episode. I would bring back the golden goal. I heard some rumors about the upcoming Euros.
Yes.
In 20...
Yes.
Sorry, World Cups.
Yes.
And they're gonna, like in the group stage matches, if it's a draw, they're gonna go directly into penalties.
That's ridiculous. Really? That's ridiculous. I would
Seriously, every team is just gonna defend. Like imagine when it's gonna be like France against Finland. Finland is just gonna defend and hope for the draw.
Because Finland aren't ever gonna be.
I know.
But no, wow. I would introduce video technology everywhere. And you know what?
Seriously.
Because listen, what is going on, guys? Come on.
We talked about this last time.
It cannot be that difficult. Video technology, make it happen. And with that rant, I think it's time. No, we have one more thing because, of course, there is a giveaway for next time. And you guys can win the exclusive, the iconic, the infamous Unisport Live t-shirt. And all you have to do, as always, is leave your comment, your awesome comment, question, whatever, down in the comment section below. Maybe you might even feature on Q&A episode number 6. And let's see what's gonna happen. Let's hope Jolter get his nose and his leg fixed next time. Seriously, see a doctor, dude.
Let's hope you know.
Yeah, whatever. Guys, I think this was it. We're signing off. See you next time. Cheerio.
Wow.
Wow.
Seriously, I would have walked away during this episode 5 times if I could walk. Like this!
Oh, limpy McLimp. There we go. There was a question about you against the turtle. I think the turtle would win.